Every single industry and job has the best and worst parts of it. Here are some of the best and worst parts of being a home inspector. We'll start with the worst first. Being the scapegoat for contractors, lenders, real estate agents, etc., and sellers when deals fall apart, and getting thrown under the bus in general. It can be very stressful. Your reports and work style are always being critiqued and watched. You must perform well each and every job. There is a sense of urgency when scheduling and performing home inspections. Liability. You have to know that on every inspection, your report could be taken into a court case, or someone could come blaming you for missing something or breaking or stealing something. Managing expectations. As we mentioned at the beginning of this course, there can be quite a difference between what an inspector is perceived to do and what we actually can do. If you've only ever seen the TV show Homes on Homes, you may be expecting the inspector to start tearing into the walls. Working with difficult people and meshing with all of the different personality types. This really is a people business above all. Nasty crawl spaces and hot attics. Some spaces can be quite unpleasant. I am often thankful I don't live in an area with many rattlesnakes or other kinds of creatures. There's nothing like being in a tight poopy crawl space and seeing a rat looking at you. And we don't want to forget the hoarder homes. There can be a lot of driving in this line of work, especially depending on the type of area where you serve. Heights can be a concern for some people. Depending on the standard of practice you follow and your company's protocol, you may need to get used to climbing tall ladders, which can be difficult for some people. Some companies utilize drones and camera poles to help with this and make the work site a little more safe. Now let's talk about the best parts of the industry. Every day is a change of scenery, literally and figuratively. One of my favorite parts is getting up on a rooftop and having a moment to just take a deep breath, look around, and take in the surroundings. It's an interesting job, and you will always be learning, so stay curious and teachable. I've met inspectors who have done this for decades and still love to say they learn something new every day. You'll get some good giggles at people's attempts to DIY fix things, and there's always new technology to learn in homes. You get to meet lots of different people from many different walks of life. There is a potential for great flexibility. This can be dependent on what route you take, but typically home inspections rarely book out over 2 weeks in advance, which means you can plan accordingly for events that are more than a week or two out. Good pay. It's very common for home inspectors to make anywhere from $30,000 to $80,000 and up annually. But beware, some home inspection schools may tell you that you can easily make 6 figures overnight by going to their school, buying their book, and the rest is easy. It's a great industry, and there's lots of perks, but it's not a get-rich-quick scheme by any means. You get to help people. We can help people by educating them about their home, bringing awareness to dangerous or potentially hazardous issues, and we provide them a powerful negotiating tool in their real estate transactions. If you've ever been through a house and thought you know the whole process, take 2. If you've ever bought a house, you know the whole process can feel overwhelming and emotional. As a home inspector, we are a small but important piece of the puzzle that can bring great awareness, education, and peace of mind.